Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. And as we continue on, episode 8 of our UDFA series, I have a player, man. I'll be honest with you, man. I had not really heard of him before until this evening. So I spent a considerable amount of time taking and watching him. And come to find out, I was like, oh, I actually do remember taking and watching him play. He played with Quinyon Mitchell. That was Quinyon Mitchell's right-hand man. Not off the field, but on the field. That was the guy you could rely on to take and lay the boom. The guy to do the cleanup work, the dirty work. Now, Quinyon Mitchell, currently of the Philadelphia Eagles, is one already, and he's going to year 2 of his NFL career, one of the best DBs in the NFL. The Philadelphia Eagles are in a really dope position because you sign Maxen Hook to a UDFA contract, and one of his best pals, I don't know if they're best friends in real life, but they seem like they're really close. They have a lot of pictures together online and they kick butts together on the football field. Batman and Robin kind of thing, right? Quinyon Mitchell, he had to have put in a good word. That's all that I'm saying, okay? Look, if Bronny could put in a word, if LeBron could put in a good word for Bronny, it said Maxen Hook, he can actually play the sport. You don't got to make excuses for him. His highlight reel stands out for himself. Today, we're going to break down his stats. We're going to break down some of his accomplishments as well, too. And what I believe, he could be the next great Philadelphia Eagles safety, okay? Not saying he's Brian Dawkins. Brian Dawkins is in the universe of his own, but this guy could be really freaking good. And Eagles fans, you're going to love this guy. Let's go ahead. Let's get right into it. So, Maxen Hook, okay? Dude is originally from hometown is New Palestine, Indiana's Indiana guy. That's dope. I have family roots in Indiana as well, too. His major was in leadership. Let's get into the football stuff, though. He's 6 foot tall, 203 pounds. I love everything here that I'm seeing. Statistically, he had 61 solo tackles for a safety. He had 46 assisted tackles, so 107 total tackles. You got to love it. He had 1 tackle for loss. Where he's at, he's usually not lined up in the box, but that's how their defense is. But can you imagine putting this guy in the box? You see the speed down below in the highlights of this video. The dude can get there. He can damn near teleport. That's how good he is. Doesn't have any sacks. Has 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovery. And then also as well, when it comes to interceptions, he has 2 interceptions. So he's not only a ball hawk with 4 pass deflections, but he can also get the rock as well too. And he had 23 interception yards. So you got to love it. He was selected to the Reese Senior Bowl. For those who don't know, that is where the freaking NFL draft starts as far as I'm concerned. I love the Hula Bowl, got to work it. Love the Tropical Bowl, got to work it. Didn't get a chance to work East, West Shrine or Reese's, but those are like the top 2, right? Almost everybody at Reese's is probably going to take and get drafted. You know what I mean? And then high-end UDFAs like this guy, Maxen Hook. Now, in this career, he's just the 3rd Rocket or Toledo Rocket ever to make the All-MAC team in 4 seasons. That's pretty dang good. Made first team in each of the past 3 seasons and 3rd team in 2021. So dude is an absolute beast. A little bit about him. I'm reading just his bio from utrockets.com. And it says first team All-MAC, 3rd straight season, making first team all conference, accepted an invitation to the Senior Bowl on February 1st, led the team with 107 tackles. This guy's a defensive leader. I love it. 5th in MAC. Now I got to say that there's linebackers and safeties in the MAC. Like, really do your homework, especially these next 2 to 3 years. I've interviewed some guys. I've talked to some guys. I'm on the ground with the troops when it comes to this draft talk, y'all. Some really good players. So to be 5th in the MAC is actually, that's not a slight. That's pretty dang good. And then he's 24th in the nation with 8.92 tackles per game. 5 games in double digits in tackles. Career high is 16 tackles plus an interception versus Ohio. Now, Ohio ran things in that division. They're absolute beasts. MAC co-defensive player of the week for performance versus NIU on October 19th with 13 tackles and a pass breakup at NIU. Recorded 10 tackles versus Bowling Green. Career high. 15 tackles at Buffalo and an interception and a fumble recovery at Western Kentucky University. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. He had 2 pass breakups versus Miami. That's a team that's going to, hey, with Cam Ward, you all already know what they were doing over there. So to have a big to have a big game there is pretty dang good. So he was on the preseason watch list for the Bronco Nagurski Trophy. Did not win it, obviously, but that's for the top defensive player in college football, and also the Jim Thorpe Award as well too. So yeah, and it says here named preseason first team All-Mac by Athlon. And Phil Steele, team captain for second straight season. So I could go on and on. That is just last year. He's been playing college football all the way since 2020, man. Now coming out of college, some places list him as a 2-star prospect. Some places have him listed as a 3-star prospect. I found some conflicting information online. Feel free to comment below, fact check me. But the dude was an absolute beast. He has look, check this out. Helped lead New Palestine in high school, the Class 5A state title as a senior, totaling 90 tackles to go with 4 fumble recoveries and 2 interceptions. Some of the best defensive players, they played both ways. Let me tell you why. Because he also caught 23 passes for 447 yards and 7 touchdowns in 2019. The dude is a beast. My best Stephen A. Smith impression, but I'm Doug Smith. Look, I like this guy a lot. I'm a fan. I am a fan. And when you watch his highlights down below, you see how quick he is to the ball. And when you have a colleague, a friend, a best friend, a brother, a teammate like Quinyon Mitchell, he's not a mid, he is the upper echelon. Pay him top dollar now, right? Look, if he fought for a new contract, if I was a coach, I would stupidly just give it to him, even if I didn't have the money, just because he is that great of a player. So when he takes and vouches for you, that Maxen Hook is that dude, man, you pretty much made the team. Maxen just needs to show up and ball out like he has been doing. But also as well, you have that chemistry, right? There's such thing. I think oftentimes we look at quarterbacks and we look at O-line and quarterback, they got to have chemistry. But we don't talk enough about DBs and how they got to communicate with each other. Safety, strong safety, cornerback, guys in the nickel, guys going to be running the zone, guys in man coverage. Like, we don't talk about that enough. What I like about this guy, you can line him up on an island and line him up in zone just by watching the tape. Now, there's a comment on YouTube where the guy is saying, hey, these aren't even all of his highlights. Now, I went through memory lane because I remember watching 1 or 2 Toledo games. I'm like, okay, I recognize the game. But until talking with one of my best friends, Eric, shout out to him for giving me the idea for this video. I'm like, I never heard of him before. So then I went back and it dawned on me like, oh, I remember this guy. And I do watch an embarrassing amount of college football. Sometimes I do forget players, but this guy going forward, ain't nobody going to forget him. Maxen Hook is not only a guy with a cool ass name, he has the stats to back it up. He has the gumption to go out there and get the job done, to take and clean things up. And what I like about him is that Vic Fangio can use him in so many different packages. You can line him up in the box. That's what I really want to see. You can line him up in the box. You could take and put him on an island. You can put him in zone, dime package, all different kinds of packages, man. And then, of course, he has his colleague out there, his old road dog, Quinyon freaking Mitchell. I love this. I love this pick for the Philadelphia Eagles. And they're in an interesting spot because I look at the other UDFAs and they have some good UDFAs. They have some pretty good UDFAs, so they're an opportunity to turn away really, really good players. Now, if I'm another team, let's say, I don't know, the Indianapolis Colts, they're not a very good football team. Cleveland Browns, same thing with them. I'm watching these UDFAs who don't make the team, and then I am snagging them. I am snagging them. So anyway, I've been covering the draft, y'all. If you don't know me, my name is Doug Smith. I'm an independent journalist. I don't work for any agency, but I've been covering the draft for 5 years, over 150 NFL draft prospects. I've interviewed, I've worked events. We've been featured in USA Today, a bunch of cool stuff. But this draft was very interesting because it wasn't very deep at the quarterback position. And it wasn't deep in a lot of positions, but it was very well-rounded. So the teams that did the most amount of research, they got the best players. And Eagles, I love their draft class. I mean, the rich just got richer is what really happened. So, but comment below. Let me know your expectations. I personally have him making the final 53-man roster. Worst case scenario, I do see a world where he does at least make the practice squad, okay? And then eventually they slowly feed him out there onto the field. But I see this guy being a quick learner. I see him being a guy who's quick, I mean, he's so fast, bro. And he reminds me of those linebackers, man, from the early 2000s and 90s that I got to appreciate growing up, who would take and lay folks out. Again, not saying he's Brian Dawkins, but I'm not saying he ain't gonna knock the living dog piss out of somebody either. So do me a favor, comment below, hit the bell for the alerts. Please hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. I covered the whole entire NFL, just a solo guy doing it, man. But I hope you love the videos and effort I put into this. I'll catch you guys next time on the Touchdown with Doug Smith. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. Peace. Thank you for watching another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith, where we have exclusive NFL content and exclusive NFL interviews. Be sure to hit that like and that subscribe button. Follow us on social media. See you on the next one.